welcome back to my channel. I am so sorry I've been so MIA recently. I've just been extremely busy, like working all day every day, and I just haven't had the energy to film videos or to edit them. But I'm back, and I did kind of miss the September month hype, so this reading today is going to be all about what you need to know and what you need to hear for the next couple of weeks coming. You know, what are the themes of the next couple of weeks and what's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks, just because I feel like right now is a very uncertain time for everybody, and I think that we're all just sort of winging it. So I really hope that you enjoy this video. We've got 3 piles out here for you, so you can pick number 1, number 2, or number 3. Number 1 is the selenite crystal. Number 2 is moss agate. And number 3 is the rose quartz crystal. So take your time, however long you need. Pause this video if you need to pick the right group. I always go based on, you know, what group I feel pulled into, what group I keep looking at. So however you choose your piles, go ahead and do that now. And I will see you guys over in group number 1. Hi, group number 1. So we have your cards all laid out here, and we will get into your oracle cards in just a second. But this focus of the reading is, what do you need to hear? What do you need to know? And what's coming in the next couple of weeks? I did kind of miss that September month hype just because I was so busy myself. But I really wanted to just see like what's coming the rest of September, what's going on. And you guys have some really wonderful stuff happening here. A lot of it is about basically reinventing yourself and reinventing your life. And I feel like that's happening for a lot of different people. I think the astrology of the rest of the year is kind of fucking crazy. But let's just start off with the 3 of emotions, usually the 3 of cups. This card is all about, you know, finding your soul tribe, finding your family, finding friends. Like, I feel like maybe you guys have kind of been going it alone for a while and have been waiting patiently. Like, I feel like you've been waiting patiently for the right people to come into your life, and now they are. And if that's not you, if you already have your tribe, if you already have your group, I feel like you're going to be really connecting with them in the next couple of weeks. They may help you realize things about yourself. We have awakening, which in this deck is it's judgment, the judgment card. So you're awakening, you're reassessing yourself, and maybe your friends or some new people that will be coming into your life have something to do with this. They help you realize things. They help you reassess your life a little bit. We also have the death card, which talks kind of about the same thing. Whenever there is death, whenever there is one door closes, another opens. You're awakening. In another one of Chris Ann's decks, she has death and rebirth in the same card, because it's true. Whenever something dies, whenever something is no longer living, we put it in the ground like fertilizer, and it grows something completely new, right? So you are in the process of getting rid of everything that you once knew. Maybe this is big life changes, like maybe you moved somewhere, maybe you got a new job, or maybe you quit your old job or something. Whenever you let go of these things, you're rewarded with something new, a rebirth of something. And I feel this like uncertainty energy right here. We've got the moon here, so you might be feeling a little bit uncertain about like what's gonna come. Like you just closed out all of these old chapters and you released a bunch of stuff, or you're about to release a bunch of stuff, and I think you're just kind of feeling like, what's next? Like, I just kind of purged my entire life here, and so what's happening next? But there are plenty of things coming your way, and we're going to get into them with more of your oracle cards just to see, you know, what's coming into your life. We also have the 8 of inspiration up here, which is just movement. I feel like maybe you guys have been really stagnant lately, and now all of this stuff is happening at once. So this 8 of inspiration is just like things are moving very quickly. And, you know, we always want that. Like, I feel like a lot of the time whenever we're stagnant, we're always like, oh, I wish we would just move this along. I wish we could just, have something going on again. But be careful what you wish for, because recently I was feeling very stagnant as well. I had nothing going on. I was very bored. And then all at once, everything started happening, and now I'm exhausted. So just be careful what you wish for when you want things to move. But I really do see that for you. Things are going to start gaining momentum. Things are going to start waking up a little bit. Your soul is waking up here. We also have the Queen of Emotions here, and this is, whenever I see a queen or a king or a face card, this is just kind of like the energy supporting you. I really feel like the energy supporting you is, emotional energy. It's, you being able to get in touch with your emotions. Maybe you're not somebody who really checks in with yourself and how you feel, but I really feel like you're going to be paying attention to those feelings, paying attention to what needs to go, paying attention to what needs to be awakened or reassessed, paying attention to who is coming into your life. I think that you're going to be really having some heart-to-heart conversations with some people. Super cool. Let's get into your oracle cards and see what else we have going on. Yeah, look, I'm soul family. I was literally about to set that on the 3 of Cups. Soul family, I told you guys. We've got a yes. Interesting. And then we have break the chain. Yeah. So again, I talked about the soul family thing. I really feel like you're going to be meeting some really influential people. I love when tarot does that. I think that you guys are really bringing like new friends into your life, new people that maybe, maybe you've known them before and you're all of a sudden, finding a new connection with them or something. Like, I just feel like you're calling in people who really, really care about you, whether you know them or not. This is a theme that's going to be coming up over the next couple of weeks of just leaning on the people around you, meeting new people that you can confide in and who care about you. It's very fated. We also have yes, just say yes. So if you've been asking yourself a question a lot, if you've been like wondering about something, the answer is probably yes. But also this card comes with the connotation of you just need to say yes. You just need to go with the flow. Things are uncertain right now. Listen to your intuition. Just go with what life is throwing at you because, yeah, it's kind of... it can be confusing sometimes, but just say yes, go with the flow. If someone asks you to do something, just say yes. Even if you don't want to, it's good karma, and maybe you'll get something out of it. Maybe it'll lead you to these soul family kind of people, your best friends ever, your tribe, your people, right? So just say yes. Take a chance. We also have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future, okay? So a lot of people right now, the people who are existing on this earth today, especially the young ones that are coming up, we're here to break the chain. We're here to break old patterns. We're here to heal generational trauma. We're here trying to change the world. And that's a big theme for you. And it could just be in your personal life. It could lead you to more of the public aspects as well. But you're breaking the chain. You're letting go of old things. You're saying no. You're setting boundaries. Okay. If you have any family stuff going on, now is the time, Queen of Cups, to go in and feel your feelings and really connect heart to heart with somebody and tell them how you're feeling. Right. So yeah, you're being called to break the chain. You're being called to do something, that you've never really done before. It's unprecedented territory, right? So these cards here are going to tell you more about what is coming, the themes, what is coming in the next couple of weeks for you. So we have commitment, strength, healing. We've got answers and friendship. Oh my God. Yeah. So cool. All right. So yeah, commitment. Interesting. So really committing to the growth, really committing to breaking the chain, committing to changing, right? And you have the strength to do all of this. I feel like you're really going to be finding your power within this healing that you're doing. You really are healing so many past traumas, so many things, and you're becoming a completely new person. All of this stuff is breaking down quite a bit. You're getting answers, you're getting closure, okay? Wow, this is powerful. These are the blessings coming in, you know. And again, friendship, we've got the friendship, and this card literally is representative of the Three of Cups. It's people dancing and having fun. Let me let my cat out real quick. She is really unhappy. Hang on. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, again, just commitment, strength, healing, answers. You guys are getting the clarity that you need. You guys are healing things that you've been holding on to for years. It sounds like it. That's what I'm really feeling. And just remember that you have the strength to get through everything that you are going up against. You know, again, things are going to be coming in very quickly. That Eight of Wands. Things are going to be coming in quickly, but don't doubt your strength, because you were more than strong enough to get through all of this. And lean on friends. If you already have friends, great. But I also feel like for a lot of you, new friends are coming in, new people, and commitment. Just commit to the work, commit to the inner healing, and just follow through. Follow through with everything that you're doing. Now is not the time to give up, for sure. These next cards are going to be just kind of like lessons, things that you need to hear right now. We've got death. Okay, we literally had the death card in tarot. We have fear. And we've got gratitude. So these are like affirmation cards, and they're things that you should probably keep in mind. Like, this is something that I would definitely recommend writing down. Something that you should look back on over the next couple of weeks as September closes out and all of that. So death, again, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Yeah, I was just talking about that, how a lot of the time when we see the death card, a lot of people get scared, but it's really just a rebirth of something else. It's something new coming in. It's beginnings, new beginnings. Endings mean beginnings. If something's ending, it automatically means that something new is coming in. So death is going to be like a big theme over the next couple of weeks for you guys. We've got fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Interesting. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Okay, so yeah, take your fear and turn it into love. That's what healing looks like. That's what breaking the chain looks like. That's what, you know, all of this groundbreaking stuff that you're doing is it's turning fear into love. Instead of fearing, instead of going around with anxiety, you are living in the energy of love. Try to channel all of that fear into just having overwhelming amounts of compassion and love for everyone around you and yourself. We also have gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Okay, one of the number one things that I've learned just in my law of attraction journey, in tarot, and all of the different things that I do, my spirituality journey generally, is that the number one thing that is going to help you bring in the things that you want is by giving thanks, being grateful, giving gratitude. So whenever you sit down to really like try to manifest something, instead of trying to manifest something, try to give gratitude for the things that you already have, but also for that thing. You know, if you want a new job and for whatever reason it's been really, really hard for you to get a job, just give thanks for it as if you already have it. Just say, thank you so much. I have a job that I love. Go on to list all of the different things that you love about this job, and I guarantee you're probably going to get a job that's exactly as you described. So don't just give thanks for the things that you already have, but give thanks for the things that you don't have, because that is one of the best ways to attract it into your life. The universe kind of wakes up and it says, oh my God, you are giving thanks for something. I might as well give it to you, right? So it's definitely like, this is a time of giving right now. Try not to focus on what you can do to receive something, how you can get this relationship, how you can get the money, how you can get whatever you're trying to manifest, accomplish, whatever. Focus on how you can give to other people, because when you serve other people, you are naturally getting abundance. You are naturally bringing in love. When you focus on self-love, same thing. When you focus on loving yourself and healing yourself, you naturally attract in wonderful friendships, wonderful romantic relationships, things like that. You have to focus on loving yourself and focus on what you have currently. What's next? We have building blocks. We've got the fates. Wow. We have flexible. Okay, so right now, building blocks, you're putting all the blocks together and building your solid foundation. You are in the process of building something. You're in the process of building like an empire. You are in the process of building your future. So if you're not happy every single second of every day, or if it feels really uncomfortable right now, that's okay, because right now as a collective, we are more focused on the long-term happiness. We don't want just instant gratification anymore. We want to build a better future for ourselves. And that's what you're going to do by letting things go, having a rebirth moment, reassessing the things in your life, letting go of old friendships that may not be serving you anymore, that aren't steering you the right way, letting go of old addictions, letting go of old habits, letting go of fear. Okay, that's how we build this new environment of love and compassion and healing. That's how we do it. So right now, you don't be so upset if you're not getting every single thing that you want right now, because right now you're in the process of building it all. And it gives a big manifestation vibe as well. We also have the fates. Everything that happens right now is fated. Don't just write off somebody that comes into your life, or write off a material thing that comes into your life, or signs or whatever. Like if you see angel numbers, if you see people trying to get into your life, like it is fated. It's happening for a reason. Everything right now is happening for a reason. It's meant to happen. So definitely don't just write off people that come into your life, because they are supposed to be extremely influential. We also have flexible. Just be flexible right now. Things are going to be kind of weird for a little bit. I really am feeling this like uncomfortable, uncertain, weird vibe that's going to be happening over the next couple of weeks. And it's just because we're in the process. We're in the process of building. We're in these building block stages. So just be flexible. Do what you can. Try to be the best person that you can be. And that is good enough. You are good enough. The next cards that we have are your moon cards. We've got the new moon in Virgo, and we are in Virgo season. How fitting. We have waning moon. And the last card that we have is new moon in Aries. All right, so new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. I also just want to point out we have 2 new moons here. So this is definitely like new beginnings. Again, that whole vibe. This is a time to give rather than take. I was literally just saying that, wasn't I? Wow, with the gratitude. So make sure that you are giving gratitude instead of trying to receive, trying to take. For example, let's say you want a job. I've been using that example a lot today, so maybe it applies to some of you. If you want a job, think about how you can serve. Not how you can get money, not how you can earn money, not how you can bring in as much money as possible. You want to focus on how you can serve other people. So for example, with tarot, I am a tarot reader. And so instead of focusing on how can I get so much money, how can I blow up on the internet, how can I get all of this money, all of these followers, all of these subscribers, no. You want to focus on how can I serve. So what I do when I sit down in a workspace is I think about, okay, so how can I give the best messages? How can I really get in tune with myself and make this person feel better? How can I give them the messages that they need? I am serving that person for however long our reading is. Let's say it's like a 30-minute reading. I am dedicating my time to serve that person. And naturally, when I'm serving somebody, when I'm focusing on giving to somebody, giving them love, giving them messages, they are naturally going to want to give me money, and they're also going to want to tip me because I'm just fucking nice. You want to focus on how you can give to other people, and then the money, the love, all of it just follows naturally. So if you want a friend, for example, you're going to focus on how can I give them love? How can I show them that I really believe in them and I really value them as a human being? You do that, and then they naturally want to be your friend back. They want to give you the same thing that you are giving back. So it's like a mirror. You're a mirror to other people. So make sure that you're thinking about your intentions in the highest way as possible. So if you have an intention, make sure that it is the purest intention ever, because that's what you want to receive. The purest things. We also have waning moon. What do you need to release? Okay, same thing with the death theme. We've already talked about this so much, so I'm not going to go on a whole rant here, but what do you need to release? Think about all of the things in your life. Like, you are really reassessing over the next couple of weeks. Try to start purging. We also have the new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. Okay, so anything that you're wanting, if you are trying to manifest something, if you're trying to do something, make sure that you're taking action on it. Make sure that you're not just all bark and no bite. You want to make sure that you are taking inspired action towards those dreams and goals. Because yes, it is great to sit down and meditate. It is great to sit down and journal out the things that you want. It's great to say, to give thanks for things that you don't already have at the moment. That will definitely help with the manifestation process, but you also want to take inspired action. So if you want a job but you haven't been filling out job applications, how the fuck are you going to get a job? So make sure that you are taking the inspired action to put into your dreams, put into your goals. That will really, really help you guys. And your last cards that we have are energy cards. They're just the energy of the next couple of weeks. We have Scorpio. Yes, that Scorpio rules the death card. Exactly. We've got the 6th house. Oh yeah, Virgo energy. Maybe some of you are Virgos or Scorpios. And we also have 10th house, reputation. Okay, so yeah, I really was feeling that career energy, job energy for a lot of you. So, and with these two cards, it definitely makes sense. So starting off with Scorpio, this is about transformation. This is about passion. This is about, getting into the darker things in life, purging things, really, really getting into the depths of your soul and really figuring out what cycles do you need to break? What do you need to get out of? What needs to be transformed? What needs to change? Scorpio is all about changing, forever evolving into a new being. We also have the 6th house, craft. Okay, so maybe you're focusing on your craft or what you enjoy doing. My philosophy is just that you should enjoy what you want to do for work, because money naturally follows when you're happy, right? So this next couple of weeks is obviously very Virgo kind of energy. Work, details, your health. Some of you guys are going to be getting into health and fitness. That is something that a lot of people are getting into because of this Virgo season, but also because of Uranus and Taurus. We're focusing on our diet. We're focusing on how we can serve. Service is in this. How can we serve other people? We're talking about skills, your contribution, your daily rituals. Maybe it's time for you to sit down and every day you give thanks for something. Every day you write a page of all of the things that you're thankful for, or you do a 10-minute gratitude meditation, something like that. So that is going to be the focus over the next couple of weeks. Also your animals. I kind of feel like pets sort of fall under the 6th house as well. Make sure that you're giving love to your animals. And we also have the animal, Scorpio, the animal here. So really make sure that you're paying attention to your pets and taking care of their health as well. Take your pets to the vet. We also have 10th house, reputation. This is all about your career, your responsibilities, your achievement. This can be about getting some kind of recognition, especially if you are a fixed sign. I did put out a collective message today on Twitter about how fixed signs might be getting some kind of like recognition. So that might especially apply to you if you are a Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, or Taurus. But yeah, the focus right now is going to be on your career, your responsibilities, your achievements, your health, your well-being, your diet, the things that you can do to serve, and transformation. So this was a really wonderful reading, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know down below if you did. If you, I always love to hear the tea. I always love to hear your responses. So let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Hi, group number 2. So we have your cards laid out, and just to remind you, this reading is about, what do you need to know, what do you need to hear, and what is coming in the next couple of weeks, since I missed that September month hype. So we start off with the 7 of materials, or the 7 of pentacles in a traditional deck. And we do have another materials / pentacles cards here. It is the Muse of Materials. This deck has all of the muses horizontal. So, Seven of Materials, this card gives me those heavy, like, you are planting the seeds and you're trying to make it grow faster, but it's not growing any faster. And you've worked hard, you've put in a lot of the grunt work, but now it's kind of all about waiting. It's waiting and watering and checking up on your plant. Like, the Seven of Materials always just gives me such a, like, you are really trying to cultivate something. You're really trying to make something happen. And I think for a lot of you, it's a relationship. I really am getting that vibe. A lot of you, it is a relationship. You've really tried to make something happen. It doesn't have to be a relationship. This is a general reading, so apply it to your own life, but you've really been trying to make something happen. For some of you, I am seeing that it might be like a body confidence thing as well, or maybe just like working out or building up your body. Yeah, you're trying to make something happen and it's just not happening fast enough for you, but you are really being told, like, just be patient, because clarity is coming. We've got the Justice card, and this always kind of brings this element of, like, there is like some sort of like resolution, some sort of clarity, some sort of justice that will be served to you. And you have been doing all of the necessary work. You've been taking leadership on all of these things. Whenever we have like a muse or like a king here of a deck or of a element, I always think of leadership. You have really been taking the lead and really have been working your ass off on something, on building a connection or building up yourself, or maybe even building up a business or whatever it is for you. You've been putting a lot of fucking work into something, and soon you will be getting that clarity that you've really been desiring and seeking. And since this is about the next couple of weeks, it will probably happen in the next couple of weeks. But there's also this element down here of like the Tower, okay? Whenever the Tower comes up, we always have to talk about how something was not built on a solid foundation. So for some of you, if your focus is relationship, for example, this relationship the first time around was not built on a solid foundation. You guys just weren't ready for each other. But now the Tower has come down, or it's starting to. The Tower is crumbling, and it's chaos and destruction, and it can be messy, and it can be really hard for some people. But the point of the Tower is to wipe everything clean so that you guys can build up a new solid foundation with the people that you are now. And hopefully, I feel like this connection will be going really well for some of you. So it kind of depends on what you're asking about. If it's about a relationship, that's kind of the example that I gave. If it's about a business, it might be the same thing. Maybe you need to go back, break everything down, have your crumbling tower moment, and go back to the basics of, why did I start this business in the first place? It's to serve other people. It's to help other people, right? Get back to those roots, because that's how you're going to cultivate money from that business, is by focusing on how you can serve, how you can help other people, instead of focusing on the materialistic side of things. There's a lot of materialistic energy here. You've got to let go of some of that. Okay. It's getting back to your roots, getting back to the grounding energy, right? And sometimes when we get back to the roots, or getting back to, why we started something in the first place, we have to be alone to do that. We've got to take some time, go into meditation, or sit by ourselves and really figure out, like, what are my intentions here? Why am I doing this? Why did I start doing this in the first place? Do I really want this? You've really got to get back to your roots. And again, we have strength. We did talk about that just a little bit earlier, but I really feel like you guys have the strength to do all of this. You have the confidence, you have the courage. Don't worry. You're going to make it through these next couple of weeks. I know that this time has been extra hard for some of us, so I totally get you there. But just remember that you have the strength to get through the chaos. You have the strength to get through that Tower moment of why. Why am I doing this in the first place, right? So let's move into your oracle cards. Go ahead and put this back up and see what else we have. Okay, again, the crumbling. What are you clinging to? So this is essentially the Tower card in this particular oracle deck. We've got boundaries. Yeah, that's been a theme lately. And then we also have Pleiades. Okay, so the crumbling, what are you clinging to? So again, you have to get back to your roots. Things are crumbling, and whatever you have been clinging on to, whatever you've been clinging on to that's not really serving you, like for example, let's just go with the money thing. If you've really been clinging to, money, materialistic things, really been, very hard on yourself when you're not getting the money that you think that you should be making, or if it's about a relationship, if you've really been clinging to a specific person, and they're just like not for you, that all of that is going to come crumbling down. Anything that is not serving you is going to start to crumble, and you're really going to start to feel it if you're holding on to it, because whenever we're clinging on to something, we're resisting change, and you can't resist right now. Right now is the time to just go with it. Start to change, start to transform. So yeah, powerful. Things are really going to start collapsing. But this is for you. This is happening for you, not to you. This is something that is going to propel you into a better life, okay? Because beyond, we have this dark tower here, right? But then in the middle, we have all of this wonderful, lovely green and flowers, and just, it looks like a much better world, quite frankly. So you're stepping into a better world, but in order to step into something that is better for you, you have to let go. So we also have boundaries. So again, you have to establish boundaries around certain things or for certain people. So let's say maybe you need to establish a better boundary around your relationship with your parents. Maybe you need to just decide that, you know what, I'm not gonna cave every single time that my mom tries to pick a fight with me, or I'm not going to I don't know, I'm not going to pick up every time this person texts me a booty text at, 2 a.m. in the morning. Like, I'm not going to cave. I'm going to set boundaries for myself, and I'm going to say, you know what, it's not okay for people to just hit me up whenever. It's not okay for people to just pick fights with me whenever. Or maybe if it's a job materialistic thing, maybe it's not okay for me to constantly be going after the materialistic things in life when there are much more important things in life. Getting back to the roots, really establishing boundaries, pushing people away that are no longer serving you. That's a big theme. The next card over here is Pleiades. I don't really believe that much into the whole starseed stuff, but this card does talk about how you have a double mission in life, channeling and uplifting humanity. Okay, so the reason why, so I guess this is the reason why all of this is happening for you. All of these things are happening, all of this chaos, all of this destruction, all of the things that are kind of collapsing right now. It's happening because you are meant to transcend. You are meant to be at a higher vibration than what you've been living. You are meant to kind of rise above these people who you haven't been setting boundaries for, the people who you've been clinging to. You're supposed to rise above them and meet other better fucking people, okay? You were meant for something better, and that's why this is happening. Next, these cards are kind of like the themes that you're going to be seeing over the next couple of weeks, so let's get into it. We've got travel. Okay, if you do travel safely, but travel might be a thing. We've got manifestation, friendship, love that, and answers. And our last card is trust. Okay, so the themes over the next couple of weeks, we've got, sorry about that, I just bumped the camera. We've got travel. So some of you may be physically traveling, but some of you might also be traveling, mentally or emotionally. Like maybe this could have to do with the Tower moment of just really growing and really traveling away from, this gives me big Six of Swords vibes, which that card always talks about like moving into calmer waters, moving away from something because it was no longer serving you, and now you need to go and be somewhere new. Now you need to go and travel somewhere else. This really gives me that vibe. So for those of you who cannot or will not be physically traveling, that could be the meaning for that. But some of you may actually be traveling. So maybe it will be like a surprise thing too. You never know. We also have manifestation. Okay, so really manifesting the things that you really do want. So instead of manifesting money, maybe you start focusing on how you can serve, manifesting the clientele to even serve in the first place to get the money, manifesting peace of mind, manifesting self-love instead of a relationship, because when you love yourself, it naturally attracts other people to you, right? So manifestation is a big thing for you in the next couple of weeks. This also may indicate that it's a really good time for you to manifest. We also have friendship. So rely on your friends, but also there may be new people coming in, okay? Because you've let go of some of these other people, so new people come in. You're allowing, by releasing, you are allowing new people to come in to your life. So friendship, lean on your friends, get together with some people. We also have answers. So I really feel like you guys are going to be getting some closure. Again, we talked about that Justice card. That always brings like that closure, that clarity, the answers that you've been seeking. Maybe you finally talk to somebody and you get the closure that you needed to move on. And you no longer cling to them because now you finally have your answer. Wow, powerful. Heart-to-heart conversations is really what I'm feeling like. Make sure that you're really honestly, candidly talking to people. We also have trust. So just trust that everything's going to be fine, that everything's going to work out. I think the general consensus right now is that the next couple of weeks are going to be weird, that the next couple of weeks are going to be really uncertain, and you've got to trust and go with the flow because it is going to be a very transformative next couple of weeks as well. Trust that everything's going to be fine. These next cards are kind of lessons, things that you need to know, some affirmations to keep in mind. I definitely recommend you writing these down, maybe saying them to yourself over the next couple of weeks. We have death. We've got trust. Again, right over the trust card. Wow, freaky. And we also have relationships. So again, I was really feeling like for some of you, this has to do with your relationships, your close relationships, maybe friendships as well. So over here with death, it says, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Remember, whenever we're closing something out, whenever we're letting people go, whenever we're letting go old mindsets, whenever we're letting go of materialistic things or people or whatever, new things come in, okay? They naturally are going to come in when you start to let go, when you start to release, when you start to release that anxiety that you've been feeling, when you stop clinging on to things, new beginnings come. We also have trust. Again, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Make sure that you're listening to yourself. You know, even if you're listening to a tarot reading and it's really not resonating and you're really not feeling good about it, trust that. Trust that inner voice. Trust that you are the person who is correct above all. Like, you have to listen to your gut. You can't listen to what other people are saying because you are the one living this life. And everyone has spiritual gifts. I don't give a fuck what anybody else in the spiritual community says. Everybody has these gifts. Anyone can pick up a deck of tarot cards and figure out how to read them and listen to their intuition and really get accurate messages. Not everyone wants to do that, and that's why there are people like me. But trust that you should listen to your voice. Listen to your inner voice. There are people, guides, ancestors, whatever, talking to you at all times, trying to guide you to the right direction. And you're going to feel those pulls. You're going to feel, you're going to notice those signs. Only you can really, really be for sure, like what you're supposed to be learning, what you're supposed to be doing at this moment. Okay, so trust you above all. We also have relationships, okay? This is going to hit for some of you. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So when you're over here manifesting, we've got the manifestation card. Whenever you're manifesting, especially if you're manifesting a relationship specifically, make sure that you are not worried about physical qualities. You're not worried about specific people, none of that. We want to focus on the people who are going to serve your highest good. So, write down in your journal whenever you're manifesting, whenever you're trying to cultivate a relationship, that you are attracted to the people who serve your highest good. Not people who are bad for you, not people who are going to make you, hurt. We're stepping into a new age where we want healthy people, healthy boundaries, right? So make sure that whenever you are manifesting, manifest the attraction to the right people. All right? Wow. The next ones, we've got not for you. Interesting. Yeah, very Tower-esque. Time to go. Yeah. And time for a nap. Okay, so not for you and time to go. These both have, I'm so sorry, I keep bumping the camera. Not for you and time to go. These have very similar meanings. So, we all know, trust yourself. When you're really feeling that something is not for you, that this, if you can really look at a person and say, oh my God, I see no future with you. I really only feel like you're going to end up hurting me over and over again. You've got to make the decision that it's time to go. You've got to leave. You've got to stop clinging on to things and people and ideals that aren't going to serve you, that aren't really in your best interest. And you are really going to know that. You've got to trust your intuition. You've got to trust your gut feelings, okay? If you don't feel comfortable with saying intuition, trust your gut feelings. Those are the things that are going to tell you what is right and what's wrong. So really recognize when things are bad for you, when you should be, walking away. Okay, so these are big themes for you. Recognizing what's not for you and leaving when it's time to go. We also have time for a nap. So you guys might need to just rest when you need to rest. So if it's spread out things, spread some stuff out. You don't need to burn yourself out all the time. Don't try to make yourself do the most. I've learned pretty early on that that's just not the way to go. You're going to get sick. You're going to get tired. You're going to start hating the things that you're doing, especially if you guys are like business owners or you're like your whole thing is a job right now, if that's what you're focused on. Really learn when it's time for you to take a fucking break. Sometimes we just need to put it down and go rest, because it's going to make us a better person to be able to come back and deal with it later. Like, I only do tarot readings when I am in the best rested mindset, because if I don't do that, my readings aren't going to be accurate. They're going to be harsh. I can be pretty brutal with my words. So we always have to make sure to take a break. Your next cards are moon cards. We've got full moon in Leo. Don't let your pride get in the way. We also had that strength card, which is the Leo card. Wow, some of you might be Leos. We also have full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. And we have new moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. Wow. So yeah, don't let pride get in your way. That goes with the take a nap thing, take a break. Don't let your pride get in the way of you, recognizing when you need help, recognizing when you need to walk away, recognizing when something isn't good for you. Don't let your pride, your your need to look so strong and confident all the time get in your way. And that goes with setting boundaries as well. Don't let your pride of like, I don't need anyone, or none of like everything that you're saying doesn't affect me. That's something that I'm hearing for some of you. Maybe you like to pretend that what other people say doesn't affect you, but it does affect you. So don't let that get in your way. Make sure to stand up to people. Make sure to set boundaries. Make sure to, stand your ground. Stand in your courage. We also have full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So good news. This tower moment is not going to last forever. It's crumbling now and it's hard now, but it's actually going to be in your best interest, and it's going to make things a lot easier from now on. So that should be good news. We also have new moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. Okay, that's kind of what being a cycle breaker is about. It's working through your fears. That's what transformation is about. That's what the tower is about. It's working through your fears so that you can come out a better, stronger person. Leo. All right, so your last 3 cards are just the energies that are going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks. We've got Aquarius, the innovator. So maybe you are an Aquarius. If you're not, that's okay. But this could be confirmation for you if you are one. We also have conjunction, empowerment. And we have Leo. Yeah, Leo energy. Yeah, so again, if you might be an Aquarius or a Leo, or you might have a lot of signs in these placements, or a lot of placements in these signs. But if not, it still applies. Aquarius is all about, being liberal, being unique, being rational, being radical, freeing yourself from things, freeing yourself from people. This is about being futuristic, thinking about your future, and really, we got that, didn't we get this, 7 of materials, okay? That's really what this makes me think of as well. So really working on the things, this is really about being detached from the things that you're trying to cultivate. You're trying to cultivate things so badly. And I really feel, I'm really hearing this message over and over again for you guys, that you don't have to hold so tightly onto it. Something that people forget about in manifestation is when we're trying to cultivate something, when we're trying to get something, a job, a relationship, whatever it is for you, you have to actually let go of that manifestation. You have to trust that it's going to happen for you. You have to kind of just know and trust that, if it's for you, it's going to come naturally. So make sure that you're freeing yourself, that you're letting go. We have, detaching yourself. That's kind of what I was saying. I was forgetting the word detachment. Detaching yourself from that manifestation, because you can't think about it 24/7. You've got to say, you know what, this is going to come when it's going to come, and then it will happen. Like, you have to detach yourself from wanting something so badly, or someone. If you are in longing for something or someone, it's just going to push it further from you. We also have conjunction, empowerment. This is all about, being strong. This is about strength. Okay, so over the next couple of weeks, I really feel like you're going to be met with empowerment. You're going to be joining forces with your friends. You're going to be, allying with certain people. You're going to be, you might be overwhelmed too. That might be a theme for you guys, just being really overwhelmed with a lot happening. But this is like the time where everything activates. Everything is like starting to come into play. Everything is like starting to speed up for you. We also have Leo, the lover, okay? This is also about strength, but I think over the next couple of weeks, you get this love vibe. Some of you really are. It's all about relationships for you. So this is the time for you to be loving and playful and warm with yourself. This is time for, self-love, being a little egotistical, being a little, maybe like let go of your pride, but don't be afraid to hype yourself up. I think that also anything that you can do that is creative around this time is really good for you. This also has a theme of trust, and trust was a big thing for you guys. So that is all I have for you, group number 2. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please let me know down below. I'd love to hear the tea, your stories, your testimonies. So please let me know, what this reading was about for you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Hi there, group number 3. So we have your cards laid out, and we'll get into your oracle cards in just a minute. This reading is all about what you need to know, what you need to hear, and what is coming in the next couple of weeks for you, since I missed all of the September month hype. So starting off with your tarot cards, we have the 2 of materials, or the 2 of pentacles, the 9 of cups, or the 9 of emotions, and we have the 5 of voices, or the 5 of swords. So let's just start off with the top row. I really feel like you guys are busy. I feel like over the next couple of weeks especially, you guys are going to be really busy. You're going to be juggling a lot of things. You might be juggling a lot of materialistic things, like maybe a job or school for some of you. Some of you, it might be you're trying to find a work-life balance, and I feel like you're going to do a really good job at it, but you're not feeling that. Like, I really feel like you might be feeling defeated, feeling tired, feeling like, you're you're losing, kind of feeling like a failure even. But I feel like you're going to pick yourself back up. I think that a lot of this is all in your head. Whenever we deal with voices or swords cards, we always kind of deal with this aspect of anxiety. So I feel like you're anxious that you are losing a battle or something, or you're not able to keep up everything because you're so overwhelmed, or you're trying to find a balance, but it's just not working. But this is all in your head. You're doing great. You're doing fine. Continue on. And just remember what you're doing this for. I really feel like some really great things are going to be happening for you, like some sort of wish or dream is coming true. We've got the 9 of Cups, and that is the wish card in tarot. So if you have been wanting something, wishing for something, trying to cultivate something, I really feel like it's going to come to fruition within the next couple of weeks. Whatever you've really been working on, whether it's a business, a relationship, whatever it is for you, whatever you've been really, really putting your time, your energy, your thoughts, your manifestations into, that is going to really be coming to fruition. Or if it doesn't completely come to fruition, you're going to have a win. You're going to have some sort of win. But remember to not be so hard on yourself. I feel like there's like an aspect of you beating yourself up here, okay? And the fact of the matter is that everything is weird right now, and we've got the moon card, and I've gotten this card, I feel like, in every group so far, I think, or some sort of aspect of like uncertainty, not really knowing like what is going on. Like I feel like everyone is going through this period of like uncertainty, not knowing what is going on in the world, and so you're not alone in that. Remember that you're not alone, and that just to listen to your intuition, listen to what your inner voice is telling you, and as long as you're doing that, you're doing great. In my book, I think that as long as you're striving to be the best person that you can be, you're doing a great job. Okay. Also, we have this aspect of kind of community. We've got the 3 of Pentacles or the 3 of Materials, and this always kind of makes me think of leaning on your friends, making sure that you are asking for help when you need it. It's all about collaboration, teamwork. Okay, so if you feel like you're failing or something, try to find somebody who has a common goal. Try to find somebody who's going to help you with your responsibilities, your relationships, somebody to be a mentor to you. If for example, if you ever need a freaking personal reading, I am here. Hit me up on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. I love to give guidance. It's my passion. So make sure that you're seeking out the people who can collaborate with you, who can help you in the next couple of weeks, all right? Because you can't do it all alone. And you're going to feel like you're failing if you're doing it all alone, because it's just, everything is a lot right now. Things that weren't a lot a year ago are just feeling like the weight of the world right now. So I feel like this is kind of the vibe, the energy. But you are doing so well. Like, I think that you're a lot farther along in your journey than you give yourself credit for. And something big is about to come into your life. The fact that we have the 9 of Cups there, something really good is about to come in for you. It's going to make you feel very happy, I think. We also have the 6 of Emotions here. So there could be an aspect of feeling nostalgic, feeling like you're looking back on your childhood, or maybe you're realizing certain things about certain parts of your life or your past. Like maybe you're realizing like, oh, my childhood actually wasn't that great, and my parents actually sucked, and you didn't realize that until recently. Or I don't know, like it could be anything. Like I feel like you're feeling really nostalgic. I feel like you're looking back and you're really, maybe for some of you, you're just feeling like, I really want things to go back to normal. I want to feel normal again. But the key is to not live in the past, because there is only now. Okay, you can't live in the past. You can't live in the future. You've got to live right now. So you've got to start to let some of that go. I think that's something that you really I feel like a lot of your ideals that you built up over the past over all of your lifetime, I feel like a lot of it is starting to change. I feel like you're starting to see things very differently. I think you're starting to see different perspectives, and it's really affecting you. Let's move on to your oracle cards and see what they have to say. we've got the crumbling. What are you clinging onto? Okay, we've gotten lots of weird tower moment aspects throughout all of the groups today. So not surprising. That could be what this Six of Emotions is about. Crumbling, something that you were clinging on to, your childhood, maybe you were clinging on to that, and now it's time to let it go. We have deep replenishment, rest, retreat. We have the ever unfolding rose. Okay, so the ever unfolding rose goes with the crumbling. This talks about how it's happening for you, not to you. So everything that you're going through right now, all of the realizations that you've been having, all of this uncertainty, all of the anxiety, the feeling of failure, the feeling of, all of that stuff, you've got to stop clinging on to that. You've got to stop clinging on to the past, and you have to start letting it go, because this is happening for you. There's a reason why there's these wonderful meadows and flowers and stuff in the middle of this tower, because as soon as you let the tower fall away, crumble away, whatever, you are going to be you're going to be so much better off. You're going to be in a much better land. Doesn't this wonderful, meadowy, flowery place look a lot better than the tower? As soon as you let go of the things that you've been clinging to, the things that you're afraid to let go of, you're going to see things open up for you in a whole new way. It's going to be a rose. It's going to be beautiful. Also, there is this message to retreat and rest. So you've been really busy, but you've got to find time for you. Okay, I don't know if you've heard that. Some people say you have to also factor in the time to just rest, because downtime is something that is necessary. Okay, it's just like a job. It's just like homework or whatever you have to do, all of your other obligations. You have an obligation to yourself to rest when you need to rest. So make sure that you're doing that. Put off whatever you need to do sometimes. I know that that's not always possible, but it's worth it sometimes. So these next cards are sort of like the themes that are going to be coming up over the next couple of weeks. So let's see what we've got. We have finding. Okay, we've got spirit guide, truth, healing, and we've got transformation. Yeah. So whenever we have the tower or the crumbling or those kinds of themes, there's always transformation that follows through with that. Excuse me. Transformation is, letting those old things fall away and becoming something completely new. Like, I really feel like you're stepping into a new mindset. I feel like you're releasing a lot. You've got to stop holding on to your anxiety, that feeling of failure. You've got to stop holding on to specific people. You've got to stop clinging to all of these things that keep you busy, when really you should be focusing on healing for here. Okay, so I really feel like you're going to be finding the truth, okay? You're going to be finding and seeking out the truth, what really happened. I think that you're really going to start telling yourself the truth. Stop telling yourself lies. I think that you're really going to have some sort of wake-up call in the next couple of weeks. And we also have spirit guides. I really feel like this is from your spirit guide or your ancestors. I feel like somebody is guiding you. So don't ignore things. Don't ignore synchronicities. Don't ignore things that come up, because they come up for a reason. Whenever we're feeling a certain way, that comes up for a reason. It's for us to deal with it and heal it. So definitely listen to your spirit guides. And I think that our spirit guides really communicate with us through gratitude. I think that they communicate with us through signs, certain things that are meaningful to you. I think that they communicate with us through tarot readings. I think that they can communicate with us through our gut feeling. We have the moon card, our intuition. So pay attention to those things. They come through us to us through other people as well. The next cards that we have, they are lesson cards or affirmations, just things that you should be mindful of, things that you need to know or hear right now. We've got pride. Interesting. We've got imagination. And we have freedom. Yeah, these are some big themes that have been coming through for a lot of people. So pride, I love myself. I see myself in everyone. Okay, so drop the pride. You've got to remember that you are not that different from everybody else around you. You have to see yourself in everyone. For example, whenever I try to be empathetic to other people, or whenever I see somebody who is causing a lot of harm or causing a lot of hurt to other people, I always stop and I see myself in them. I see that, you know what, the reason why they're hurting other people is because they were hurt themselves. The reason why they're hurting me is because they were hurt the exact same way. That doesn't make it an excuse. That is not excusing their behavior. You definitely need to set boundaries where they're needed and heal those things. But just remember that people do things for all kinds of reasons. And a lot of the times they're justified in their minds. So just remember to drop your pride and see yourself in the people that you would probably never see yourself in otherwise, if they weren't hurting you, if they weren't causing you some sort of pain. So just try to remember to be compassionate with other people, and to remember that forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. It's for you to let go and to move on and to heal. We also have imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So you guys need to be doing something creative, something imaginative. You've got to take that time out to do something that you enjoy, okay? Also, this could be talking about whatever you can dream up, whatever you can imagine, it can be real. It can be a reality. We got that 9 of Cups earlier, and that is the wish card. So whatever you can imagine that into being. You can imagine that into your life, all right? So that is something to keep in mind. We have freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Again, with the imagination, if you can dream it, you can be it. All right, so freedom. I really feel like you guys are freeing yourselves from something that you've been clinging on to, a person, a thing, a mindset. I really feel like you're freeing yourself from your own pride. You're freeing yourself from these lies maybe that have been put on you as a child. You're freeing yourself from your past. For some of you, wow, this is power. Let's see what else we have. We've got happy, happy. Wow, I love that card. We have TikTok, all right, and then we have yin. Okay, interesting. So happy, happy. That card is literally one of the best cards in this deck. Happy, happy is literally what it means. It's being so happy because something happened. Like, I don't know, like I really feel like you guys are going to be letting go a lot, and it's going to be making you very happy because you are freeing yourself from so many old things, old mindsets, old people that were really prohibiting your healing and really like not telling you the truth. Just not good for you. I really feel like you guys are going to be really happy because you're cultivating something into your life, and all of your wishes are coming true. All of your dreams are coming true. We also have TikTok, okay? This can talk about divine timing or timelessness. So just remember that, time is a construct. We make that shit up, and remember that whenever something happens for you, whenever your wishes come in, whenever you're whatever you've been manifesting, it's going to come in exactly when it's supposed to. And remember that the timing of everything is not a coincidence. It's divine timing. It's something that is happening for a reason, okay? We also have yin. Yin is all about feminine energy, okay? The feminine, compassionate energy. And you need to channel some of that feminine, compassionate energy to be loving and compassionate to yourself, but to other people. Again, dropping your pride and seeing yourself in other people. You need to be able to drop all of that to really, really feel your feelings, to find compassion for other people, to find your heart. Okay, this is a really big thing for you guys. For your moon cards, we've got full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. Powerful. Full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution. Yep. We've got full moon in Libra. Wow, all full moons. A win-win outcome is forecast. So we've got 3 full moon cards here. So that means that you are releasing something in a very major way. Full moons represent releasing things. They represent, out with the old and with the new. We want to get rid of that old shit, okay? So full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. Release all other beliefs, heal all of those other things that are telling you that you're not good enough. Release that feeling of failure. We have that 5 of voices. Release all of that, because you are good enough, okay? I feel like you guys have had a lot of negative self-talk recently of, I don't feel good enough, or I'm not wanted here, or not feeling like you fit in. But remember that you are good enough. Stop it with the imposter syndrome, okay? You don't need to be like anybody else around you, okay? You're good enough just as you are. That's a big message. We've also got full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. So again, healing, finding the truth. I really feel like you guys are starting to wrap up a lot of old things, some loose ends maybe. I really feel that for you. I really do. I really feel like you guys are you're starting to let go. You've got to stop clinging on to those old things. You're starting to reach these resolutions. And finally, a win-win outcome is forecast, okay? So this is everything, the scale's coming into balance. Everything is fine. Everything is perfect. And we got that, again, the 9 of Cups. So all of your wishes coming true, a win for you and win for other people. And I feel like this win is going to happen when you start to feel compassionate for other people, when you start listening to yourself, when you drop your pride, when you free yourself from all of these other people that are holding you back. Wow. Okay, and so your last 3 cards, these are the energies that are going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. We've got the Ascendant outlook. We've got the 11th house, the Edge, and we have the 12th house, which is surrender. Okay, so these are the themes. These are the things that are going to be coming up the next couple of weeks, the energies surrounding the next couple of weeks, dominating them. So the Ascendant, this is all about your worldview, your expression, your role, your mark, okay? This is about, I really feel like it goes along with this full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. You need to accept yourself. You've got to send love to yourself. You are good enough. The way that you express yourself is good enough. Okay, this can also go along with the imagination part of it, and so can the 12th house, imagination, the subconscious mind, compassion, spiritual development, all of that kind of stuff. So sometimes we say like the 12th house is like kind of like Piscean themes, right? So imagination, really tuning into the things that you can imagine, surrendering to divine timing, okay, surrendering to healing. These are all big themes for you. Your body image. I feel like some of you guys really feel like you're not good enough physically, or just in your abilities as well, in your communication and the way that you think things through. If there's anyone that is telling you that in your life, set yourself free from them. Okay, a great example of this is I had a very narcissistic professor that I was in his class, and I just couldn't take it. He was just horrible, and he was not making me feel like I was getting what I wanted out of my education. So I dropped his class and I got into a new class, and I felt way more affirmed there. I felt way more myself, and like I could express myself, and I wasn't going to be shut down for it. So remember that you have the freedom to set yourself free from other people and other people's projections. You are good enough just as you are. Okay, and we also have the 11th house here. Friendship might be a big theme. I feel like that's kind of been a big theme for everybody. Community, humanity, hope. Okay, remember to look for the people with common goals. Okay, we did talk about that earlier. Looking for the people with common goals and rebelling. Okay, rebelling. This is also like Aquarius energy here, and that also represents like freedom and things like that. So definitely make sure to be doing things for the good of humanity. Okay, maybe that means dropping your pride so that you can do some good in other people's lives. All right, so that is all I have for you, group number 3. If this resonated with you, if you really felt this in your soul, please give me a like and subscribe, and let me know the tea. Let me know what's been going on in your life and how this related to you. I love to hear your stories, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.